about some nerves. I also am losing my voice, so I apologize if I cut in and out. There is nothing in this life that pulls at one's heartstrings more than that of a sick child. We often look for answers that just aren't there, trying to find reasoning behind why an innocent child is made to suffer. Well, the reality is there are no answers, no logical explanations. But my family has learned that it's not what we've been dealt with in this life that counts most, but how we choose to handle it. This organization has changed my life in many ways, from the lifelong friends to the unwavering support at all the right times. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has increased my knowledge in so many areas concerning these diseases. And we all know knowledge is a very powerful tool that helps keep fear at bay. I am here tonight because of a 4'1", 50-pound little boy by the name of Jazz Martin Little, who will forever be my honored hero. Our journey began in late June of 2011. My husband and I were taking our first ever mini vacation, leaving our 3 boys in the care of a family member for the weekend. While we were gone, Jazz fell ill. We were on the next flight home, and he met us at the airport. He said that he was okay, but I could tell something just wasn't right. The next morning, he woke up screaming. He couldn't bend or straighten his arm all the way without being in terrible pain. This was followed by a toilet full of blood. My husband and I rushed him right into the doctor, and after several tests, they were able to rule out any food poisoning, E. coli, or other bacterial infections, and we were immediately sent to a pediatric gastroenterologist. Life becomes surreal at this point. How can this tiny creature be lying on this gurney? Where are they taking him? How did we get here? Then time becomes a blur. Random thoughts you don't want to think come out of everywhere. Be strong, that voice screams at you from inside. Do not let him see you panic. Do not let him see you cry. I remember getting distracted by other parents as they were waiting for their results. The doctors would come out into the recovery room and stand at the foot of their child's bed, going over all the details. They would shake hands with the doctor and he would walk away. The parents would embrace and smile. I would drift back into my own world. I prayed for good news. Then our doctor came out. And instead of meeting us at the foot of Jazz's bed, he asked us to step out into the hallway. It wasn't good news. I can still remember him saying, "I am so sorry, but Jazz has severe Crohn's disease." My heart was in my throat, and it had to have been at least a minute before I realized that I was holding my breath. I knew of Crohn's disease, and I knew that there still was no cure. You see, as parents, the day we bring our kids into this world is the day we take on the most important job of our lives. If someone were to ever ask us what we wanted, a boy or a girl, the answer was always the same. We didn't care, as long as they were healthy. So when we were given this diagnosis, nothing could have prepared us. No words could have comforted us. Our world was forever changed. We have learned, however, that Jazz, he's the strong one here. He is always thinking of others, and he is an inspiration not only for our family, but for our community as well. His strength amazes everyone he meets, and when this disease has taken him down, he never gives up. Instead, he powers through, providing comfort to those around him. I will tell you, it was an eye-opening day for me when I sat on my son's hospital bed and he sat in my lap and wiped a tear from my face and told me everything was going to be okay. Now, My way of addressing stress is to get back in control of things. My family and close friends will tell you I don't need stress to be in control of everything. But they may be right, that I desperately needed to channel my emotional energy in a positive way, especially if I was going to be fighting for my son's life. Picking up a flyer from a Take Steps walk at our doctor's office was the path I was looking for. I called the number before I even left the building. Found out the foundation was doing research to find a cure for Crohn's and colitis, that they had support groups, camps for kids called Camp Oasis, marathons, triathlons, all with a common goal: helping the patient and finding a cure. I was all in. This was it. This was my way to be connected. It was my way to make a difference. We did the Take Steps walk and jumped right into Team Challenge. If tonight is your first time, your first half marathon, your first ever Team Challenge season, I want to share with you this. Team Challenge for us has been so much more than a half marathon training program. It has become the platform in which lives are transformed. Compassion is plentiful, and change can happen. Our team, Team Vegas, has the largest returning alumni ever in the history of Team Challenge. We're pretty proud of that, if you can't tell. But I believe that this is because of the bonds that our team has created. I am honored to have contributed to this worthy cause, to be a part of this loving family that has been standing for Jazz and I in good times and in bad. I hope that all of you in this room can take away from this experience and learn some amazing things about yourself and your teammates. Because many of you out there don't have Crohn's or colitis. In fact, I'm willing to bet until Team Challenge came into your lives, you'd never even heard of these horrible diseases. I'd like to include the other support people out there with us tonight as well. The parents, the friends, the spouses. You might not be running with us tomorrow, but you have graciously allowed us to take many precious hours away from your family to train and to fundraise. So when the thank yous are handed out, this includes you too. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your dedication and your compassion to help puts us one step closer to finding a cure, to saving so many lives, to saving my little boy. It is my honor and my privilege to be able to introduce to you your national honored hero, Jazz Martin Little. Opportunity to say thank you for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Already grown up too fast. For this opportunity, we are absolutely humbled by all the love in this room tonight. Trying to come to terms with why our little boy has this horrible illness has not been easy. But Jazz believes he's been given a purpose, a job, so to speak, to change lives, to inspire others to fight when they want to give up, to always look forward and never look back. So we are very excited to share with you tonight, in large part because of the research that the CCFA is doing that as of this weekend, Jazz has been in remission for 14 months. So let us leave you with this. Know that you are changing lives. You are fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. Please do not give up. Together, we will beat this. We will find a cure.
Let's rock that marathon.